everyone, I hope that you all had an amazing week. But for those of you who are feeling a little bit in the slumps, a little down, I think I've got a video just for you. So keep watching and you'll learn some tips on how to get out of that slump.
Change. I know exactly what I want and who I want to be. I know exactly why I walk and talk like a machine.
You see, the last couple of days I've been struggling really hard with trying to stay motivated and finding my purpose and just being productive. I've been lazy and had a bad attitude, and then I realized I was completely in my head and I just needed to take some steps in order to get that mentality back and change my mindset. So here's 5 steps that I took in order to stay more motivated and get my productivity back in the right mindset. The very first thing that I did was I analyzed my goals. I had to make sure that they were my goals. And you know what? A couple of them weren't my goals. My goals are things that I want to be doing, not things that your mom wants you to do or your boss wants you to do, things like that. They have to be your goals. Otherwise, you're not going to be motivated and not going to stay in touch with doing them. So I had to analyze and just make sure that they were my goals. And once I did that, things became a lot more clear. The next thing I had to do was visualize my goals. Now, if you don't believe me, Forbes actually said that it's the most important thing in achieving those goals is to visualize them. And that being said, when you're analyzing your goals, it's really important to break them down into smaller pieces to make them more attainable. Because if you just look at the big picture, then it's really hard to see what you're going after and how it's even attainable in the first place. It's very daunting and scary. If your goal is task-oriented, just think, first I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do that. And it'll make it so much easier for you. But if your task has to do with productivity, I want you to break that into smaller chunks. Like, if you have to hit a certain quota this month, set that quota, and that is an intimidating number, let's be real. But if you take that quota and that number, and you break it down into what you have to do for that week, or that sale, or what you have to do in order to make that, just in smaller chunks, it's way less daunting, and you're like, oh, I can make that in a sale. That's so easy. You know what I mean? But looking at that huge quota is scary. So if you just analyze your goals and break it down, it makes it a lot less daunting, and then you'll be more motivated to go ahead and achieve those goals. The second thing you have to do is tap into people's productive energy. If you just are not feeling motivated, you're not feeling productive, say you work at home like I do, get out and go into an office with people who are motivated. Get out and go into the office and be surrounded by people who are busy doing work. Because when you're around people being busy, you tend to be more busy as well. But if you're just gonna sit at home on your couch and act like you're gonna get the work done, chances are you're probably not gonna get the work done. So staying busy and staying motivated and surrounding yourself around people who are busy and motivated will help you achieve that so much easier and so much better. The third tip I have is to get organized. What might be holding you back from staying motivated is that you might just be overstimulated. You might just have too many things going on around you that you can't control. So taking a second to be organized really helps you control this and really helps you stay motivated again. It's kind of like restarting everything because you're re-cleaning it, you're reorganizing it, and then it's a little checkpoint that you've started and can continue to go off of. First thing that I usually do is I look at my calendar and I update it. If there's old habits in there that I don't like to do anymore, if there's things in there that I don't see productive for me, I go in and I change it, or I add to it, or I make it more detailed. Anything to keep me more motivated, and I set the timers so that they remind me to keep going. This one might be a little bit hard for some people, but it's really important to have a clean workspace or a clean area. So I always start just by cleaning my room. Because once my room is clean, I just feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders. And having a clean workspace has actually been known to permit better work habits, and it'll help you stay motivated because you're not like distracted by all of the papers flying around or the dirty clothes in the corner. You're just focused on getting your work done because your place is clean and organized. And then along with that, you just need to stay consistent and get in a routine. When you're in a routine, your life just kind of flows by habit and it's automatic. And if you get into a healthy routine, those healthy attributes and things that you're doing will carry on to the rest of your life and it will be healthier. So waking up early, having a journaling process, going and, working out, things like that, getting into that habit, and it'll make everything seem easier and you'll be a lot more motivated to go out and conquer things when you start the day the same way every day. The fourth thing you need to do to stay motivated is to keep the big picture in mind. Why am I doing this? It's for my family, you know? And when you keep that in mind, it just helps to motivate you a little bit more and keep going in your right direction. The last tip that I have for you is to be positive. I know this is kind of like tip number 2 where you tap into people's energy, but on this one, you kind of have to find that self-positivity from within. You have to get positive because you know what? If you're just negative about everything and you're thinking, wow, like that sucks, why the heck am I doing this? You're probably not gonna do it. But if you think, wow, you know, I'm gonna be a millionaire one day, or wow, I'm gonna help my sisters get to where they're going one day, or wow, I'm gonna graduate high school pretty soon. Like all of these things are awesome and fantastic. And so you just have to be positive. Another huge thing is that you have to laugh at yourself. Literally, LOLing is the most important thing ever, and it's extremely healthy. I think I laugh at myself about 10 times a day, or an hour even, 10 times an hour, because I literally do things that I'm just like, what the heck were you thinking, Megan? But I laugh at myself and I make it seem like it wasn't such a huge deal, that it's okay to do that. And then when you give yourself permission to fail and that you laugh at it, it makes it so much easier to bounce back and continue to keep going. It's also a really good idea to reach out to others and tell them what you're wanting to do. If you stay positive with it and you're like, I'm gonna do this by the age of 30, or I'm gonna do this in 10 days, I'm gonna do this today, you know, break it down, then you have someone who's gonna hold you accountable because you just told them what you're gonna do. Don't keep all of your goals bottled up. Tell someone that you trust and that you know is gonna help you in a healthy way to achieve these goals. It's gonna be such a more positive thing in your life to have someone with you instead of just doing everything on your own. And the last part of being positive is you just need to savor your success. Bask in your glory. Bask in that success. Allow yourself to be happy. Allow yourself to be happy, guys. Allow yourself to accept the things that you just did and to give yourself glory and credibility. Well, guys, I don't know about you, but I am so much more motivated already to go out and make this my best week ever. So why don't you do the same thing, okay? Till next time, guys.